Welcome to today's conversation. Chris Raulf, CEO and founder of Boulder SEO Marketing, is an international SEO and AI expert, speaker on AI and GEO, and a visionary CEO who sees where the industry is headed. Excited to pick your brain and find out where things are going. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Brian. I'm excited about this interview.
Let's dive in. A good starting place is agentic AI. It's a buzzword right now. For those unfamiliar, how would you explain it in practical terms?
Oh boy, it's a broad topic in my opinion,
Hmm.
as we are in the middle of this AI craziness. Everything is changing, evolving like on a daily basis. But it's essentially agentic AI in simple terms refers to artificial intelligence that doesn't just passively respond, but proactively performs complex tasks towards achieving goals with minimal human supervision. In the SEO world, I'm seeing agentic AI starting to transform the way we approach common SEO tasks like monitoring keyword performance, optimizing content, performing competitor analysis, and fixing potentially technical SEO issues it detects. It's basically like we've got an AI assistant working tirelessly alongside us. So my approach, micro SEO, I'd be happy to tell you more about this methodology that we developed, is built around exactly this kind of partnership between humans and AI. It's a human-driven AI-assisted strategy that allows smaller businesses and marketing teams to compete effectively, often surpassing competitors. Agentic AI complements the micro-SEO strategy, freeing experts to focus on creative thinking and original insights AI can't replicate. Sorry, that was a long answer. Hopefully, it sort of addressed
Yeah.
this.
No, absolutely. Like you said to start there. It's a broad question, right? It's a
Yeah.
pretty big topic. So let me see if I can dive a little deeper then. What are some of the most like promising ways you see agentic AI changing how marketers and SEOs optimize content or run campaigns?
Okay, so at the beginning, November 2022, ChatGPT launched. That was the kickoff to generative AI. I understood it's a game changer for our industry. Brian, you've been in this industry for probably as long as I've been, right?
Hmm.
We probably realize that this is a complete game changer. But 6, 7, 8, 9 months into this Gen AI evolution, we built an AI tool. It's not a agentic AI tool yet, but it's
Hmm.
doing things by specific commands. We tell it the next step is these tools go out on their own and talk to other tools. Right now, the human is still in the loop. At some point in the not so distant future, these AI tools, they're going to talk to each other. I think it's very interesting in terms of SEO.
Do you mind if we dive a little deeper into how to do SEO, a little bit on, how you're doing it right now with humans still in the loop and how you see it evolving in the next 12 months?
It's very simple. A lot of people started to abuse Gen AI tools like ChatGPT,
Hmm.
Gemini, Perplexity, Claude, etc., right? They use simple prompts to create a blog post about this topic. And then
Uh,
a lot of agencies, they started to put up AI generated content on their customers' websites. These people come to us because they got penalized. It's
mm,
against Google Webmaster Guidelines to mass produce AI generated content, put it up on a website. They get penalized. Their traffic tanks. Now they come to reputable agencies like yours and mine, where we don't do that low quality SEO stuff.
mm,
And so it's all about high quality content. I had a wake up call. I woke up in the middle of the night shortly after ChatGPT was launched. We're going to build this tool, BSM Co-Pilot, an AI agent. I spent 6 days creating prompts that at the end of the process spits out a outline that where the AI did all the research, scraped overviews, did a SERP analysis of top pages. We told it to adhere to Google Webmaster Guidelines, helpful content creation guidelines. It's a very intense prompt system that I developed, and we basically put those prompts into a tool. It then spits out the outline that a real human being will then create the content. If you want to see an example, do a Google search for SEO price guide. Within 5 weeks, I had this guide at the very top in Google for a competitive search term. It's all about high
Nice.
quality content. There's nothing wrong using AI, but we humans need to be in the driver's seat.
You have AI as a research assistant. It's figuring out exactly what kind of content you're going to need to create. It's telling you probably, hey, this is what's ranking at the top. Here's what it's missing, giving you that outline so humans can create content that can get ranked. That's pretty genius move. Yes.
You know what? It's no rocket science. We took the time to figure it out and create
Hmm.
something that works. It's not that hard.
You mentioned it as a BSM you provide to clients or just use internally.
We use it internally. Like basically, I took those prompts to my business partner. He ran a web design agency for 20 years before we teamed up. I told him, build me this tool. We need it. We're not developers. We hired a bunch of contractors, people that are smarter than we are, that can actually build tools like that. So they
Hmm.
put something together in 2 or 3 months that works extremely well internally. Are we going to make it available externally? Potentially. We're so busy, we don't have time. I'm not sure if I want to be in the software market.
It's worked well for your team internally and paying positive dividends for your clients. Is there any specific use case or example you want to share?
Yeah, the day after we launched this tool, I let go of 3 people doing research manually. It's just the reality we live in. You run an agency, it's a very competitive space. Not only, there's a lot of great agencies in the US, but there's also a lot of agencies overseas that are way cheaper. In
Hmm.
my opinion, they do SEO a little bit different than we do, right? So it's a very competitive space. We crank out these micro-SEO strategies for clients on a monthly or bi-monthly basis. It's a pretty involved methodology. There's more to it than just creating content. We're doing digital PR, schema
Hmm.
implementation, supporting blog post creation, all that good stuff. So it's a very involved methodology. The results that we're seeing are quite remarkable. I would say within, 2 to 3 months, we can get a client onto page one for pretty competitive search terms. Even with some clients, we're outranking Wikipedia, which I thought was impossible. We can do remarkable things with this methodology.
Clearly, it's working in the SEO space, and there's some intersection with the GEO space as well. GEO is
Generative Engine Optimization, contextual, multi-platform content creation, optimization, and distribution. That sort of explains what it is, all right? So how GEO is different from traditional SEO tactics. GEO is different from traditional SEO because it focuses on optimizing content for generative AI powered search engines, such as, Google's AI overviews, that the AI generated stuff that now pops up when you do a Google search, or let's say Bing Chat or Chat GPT or like Search
Mhm.
GPT, etc. So unlike traditional SEO, which focuses on keyword optimization, backlinks, site speed, and structured data, GEO involves optimizing content to be easily discoverable, correctly interpreted, and accurately used by generative AI systems. They're popping up all over. It's about structured clarity and authoritative human-centric content. Geo emphasizes conversational optimization, making sure content naturally answers users' evolving questions clearly and authoritatively, leveraging structured data and schema markup more actively. Generative AI needs clear context and well-formatted content to generate accurate and trustworthy answers. Does that make sense?
It does. It's certainly bigger than traditional SEO. You're targeting all these platforms at the same time. It can be a lot for an agency. Do you have any tangible first steps that an agency should take or start in this landscape?
Oh man, yes. So I would focus on creating the best piece of content, 3 to 5 or 10 North Star keywords. Create the best content around those search terms with a buyer persona in mind. We don't just want to shoot from the hip, right? Then we have created something that specifically talks to somebody, and we want to include very specific calls to action, right? Then we want to identify where these people get information from. That can be LinkedIn, YouTube, Talk, Quora, Reddit, etc.
Mhm.
Then with our BSM Co-Pilot, once we have the best content using our micro-SEO methodology, we can then actually use the AI to create that content to get into these other platforms. That's why when I said before, multi-platform,
Wow.
content creation, optimization, distribution. A rental car company tried to scam me. I did a little bit of research and I saw that other people were experiencing the same problem. And I saw that the top ranking results in Google, it was a Facebook post, it was like social media posts. So I went to LinkedIn and wrote about what happened. If you search for Avis damage scam in Google, my LinkedIn post ranks at the top. So this is a
Wow.
great example of GEO where somebody could search in LinkedIn, right? But Google
Mhm.
now has to include these other search engines to stay relevant.
So you saw that other social platforms were
Yep.
ranking for that term, and you thought, oh, I'll produce content on my own social platform, and that'll get you there. Wow, very smart strategy. I like that. You've written and spoken about, the importance of EEAT. We've talked about EEAT a lot on this show before, but how do you see? I have to imagine that agentic AI systems, like they're just going to interact differently with these trust signals. EEAT something marketers are going to need to prioritize today and in the future?
Awesome question. The future of EEAT, which stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness, is becoming even more significant with the rise of AI-powered search. Here's why. AI-generated content means that users and even search engines are looking more closely at who is behind the content. All right. So
Hmm.
Google, that is the ultimate, if two people write the same piece of content, exactly the same stuff, high quality, but somebody has the higher EEAT score than the other person, Google will rank that person's content higher. Okay. So when AI can easily generate almost infinitive content, having
Hmm.
authenticity, thought leadership, personal experience, and genuine authority becomes the most precious and differentiating quality out there. So my prediction is simple. Businesses and individuals who double down on showcasing authentic human expertise and trustworthiness will consistently dominate search results. AI can assist in optimizing content, rankings, relevance, and discoverability. If you search for micro SEO, you'll find a guide I wrote at the top. Authenticity and human-driven expert content must always take center. EEAT building is one of the most important
Hmm.
things in the new SEO.
For content creators and experts need to be sharing their expertise on multiple platforms, like sharing on LinkedIn, sharing on YouTube, getting whatever they can out there so that as these algorithms and agentic SEO, progresses, they're going to know that you're an authority. They're going to know that you have that expertise. You have to show your work in public these days.
You guys found me through a Google search, right? If you search for international SEO expert, I show up number one. Why? I'm multilingual from Switzerland, so I speak globally about this. I spoke in China, Barcelona, Denmark. We do press releases, put out a lot of content. I'm not salesy, but I put a lot of content on LinkedIn. Google loves LinkedIn. If you're watching this, make a
Mm-hmm.
mental note. If you're professional, take advantage of this platform. My EEAT score is high. When I publish content, it usually ranks fast.
I have a question on the cutting edge of this stuff. Does it make going to market more difficult sometimes? Because clients might not know what you're talking about. Education is a big piece of what you're doing.
I think I have a natural gift in that I do all the sales calls, but I don't sell, I educate. I'm teaching part of a master's degree for a university in France. It's an online degree. When I started teaching, I was way too technical. I assumed people would understand. That was a great lesson to learn, right? I'm like, hey, I gotta dial it back. They have no clue what I'm talking
Right.
about here, right? They're like technical writers and they had no clue what I was talking about. After the first session, I'm like, I need to
Mm,
use words they have heard. So yes, I completely agree. I talk probably like you do a lot of sales calls. You have to be on the same level. That's why I love doing sales. It's all about psychology. The first few minutes, it's just like figuring out, who's that person? Like how much do they know about SEO? How technical are they? If you talk down to them, they feel stupid.
mhm.
You have to get on the same level and talk in the same terms. This is critically important. It's all about education. When I do sales calls, people have no
Right.
idea what this is. People like
Right.
you and me know it, but
Yeah.
right now it's just at the very beginning. Maybe in
Hmm.
6 months from now, I start to talk about it, but until
Hmm.
then, I'll keep it quiet.
You have to meet people where they are and talk their language. Otherwise, the eyes glaze over and you've lost them. That's a good approach. When you have a client, they've come on board, you've shared great strategies. I want people to do those Google searches that you mentioned. Is there anything you advise clients to help future proof? Nothing is 100% bulletproof, but what are some things that they can do that would really future proof as things move from traditional SEO into GEO and AI? Anything we haven't touched on that they should be doing to future proof themselves?
Oh man. Yeah. So I mean, definitely take advantage. Let's quickly talk about tools, right? If you want to do this yourself, if there are businesses out there that want to do SEO themselves, man, take advantage of tools. Start with tools by Google, GA4, Google Search Console. You get data directly from Google, especially Google Search Console. Google has put a lot of effort into that tool. They tell you what's wrong with your website. They don't necessarily tell you how to fix it. Take advantage of data from Google. I'm a brand ambassador for an SEO tool, SE Ranking. They give my students free access, which is
Oh,
very
nice.
valuable. So I highly recommend invest in a tool, an SEO tool like SE Ranking. Incredibly important. You get what you pay for. Don't go with the cheap SEO. They're gonna do, hey,
Mhm.
you're gonna get 4 blog posts. It doesn't work anymore. The old SEO is dead. Work with people, I guess, like, Brian and myself that, are forward looking, talk about GEO. If you talk to an SEO agency that doesn't know what that is, that's a problem. Do your research, take advantage of data from Google and other tool providers.
I want to respect your time. I know we're coming to the end here, but is there anything we didn't have the chance to talk about that you wanted to let people know about today?
Always educate yourself. We are at the very beginning of this SEO craziness. When Google emerged, everything changed. They created a multi-billion dollar industry. We're at the very beginning. The biggest advice I can give is change is the only constant. I watch YouTube videos, listen to people smarter than I am. Many people share their best knowledge. Things are changing fast. Don't be complacent, stay up to date, embrace the journey, have fun. This ride is going very fast.
You're one of those people should be following. I know I will be. Can you tell us where can people follow you online? What platforms are you on the most? Where should they check you out?
LinkedIn, I have a weekly AI and SEO newsletter, tips and best practices. Google my name, top 2, 3 pages are full with interviews and stuff. My website, Boulder SEO Marketing.com, chrisraulf.com, my personal website. I'm very active on LinkedIn.
I'll provide links in the show notes to all of those spots as well, so people will be able to find you easy. I'll be joining your newsletter. That sounds like something I want to be a part of.
Cool.
Chris, thank you so much for sharing your insights today. I really appreciate your time and perspective. You are seeing what's coming down the road, and we need to be paying attention. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, Brian. I enjoyed this interview.
Thank you.